Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. My name's Adam Belinsky with Crescendo, and today we're going to talk about famous people who have failed the bar exam, and some of them far more than once. And the whole point of this is not to bag on people and be like, oh, haha, I mean, they failed the bar exam. They're so dumb. Look at these famous people. We thought they were cool, but they're actually not because they failed. No, it's nothing like that at all. The whole point is that amazing, brilliant, awesome people fail the bar exam all the time. And so if you end up failing the bar exam, that can just be a speed bump. That's not the end of your road in the law or in what you do and contribute to the world. There can be a very bright future for you. You just create that every day, that future. Your future is not set in stone because of any failure at any point along the way. They're just speed bumps. They're just opportunities to learn if you let them be. So without further ado, let's look at these. We'll look at 20 famous or prominent people who have failed the bar exam, and hopefully they'll give you some hope. So the first person on our list, you may know him best as FDR. That's right, Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd U.S. president, got us through World War II. He obviously accomplished a ton in American history. He did fail the New York bar exam his first time. He tried again. He ended up passing in 1907. So pretty cool story there about him. The next person on our list, Hillary Clinton, which you usually spell with an N there, but it still worked. So she actually failed the Washington, D.C. bar exam. So D.C. has its own bar, just like it's kind of the pseudo state. They've got their own bar exam. She failed that. She did get a good enough score to practice in Arkansas and passed the Arkansas bar exam there. So obviously she's done a lot, as Madam President to President Clinton. She was Secretary of State. She's run for president a couple times. Who knows? Maybe she'll run again in the future. But yeah, she did not fail. She did not pass the DC bar exam when she tried to take it. Next one on our list, since we're on like the kick of first ladies, let's look at Michelle Obama, another first lady. She failed the bar exam. She graduated from Harvard, and she failed the Illinois bar exam. So she obviously has accomplished a lot. She's still accomplishing a lot. And she didn't let that initial failure of the Illinois bar hold her back. Another one, you might not be familiar with this name, Kathleen Sullivan. And the reason she made our list is, let's see, there's a lot of Kathleen Sullivans here. She's the dean of Stanford Law School, or at least was. And so, yeah, you can fail a bar exam and then go on to be the dean of Stanford Law School, no less. I mean, Stanford, we're talking amazingly ranked and amazingly prestigious law school. And she failed the California bar exam. So that didn't hold her back from being a partner in a law firm, and a big law firm, and then becoming the dean of Stanford Law School. The next one's JFK. JFK Jr. Sorry, not JFK, but JFK Jr. Now this guy, really funny story. I mean, he looks pretty dapper there, but according to People Magazine 1988, we're looking at the sexiest man alive. So he was famous for being attractive, famous for being President JFK's son. He failed the New York bar exam not once, but twice. And he eventually went on to work as a district attorney in New York City. Later left law, went into journalism. He then launched a successful political magazine called George. So anyway, that's a little bit about JFK Jr. Now we're going to get into a string of governors. There's Governor Pete Wilson. And now Pete, he was the California's 36th governor. He was also a Republican U.S. senator, San Diego mayor, and a state assemblyman. Not many people realized that he had to take the bar exam 4 separate times before finally passing. Clearly, that didn't stop him from doing amazing things in his life. We've also got another governor we're going to look at here. Governors galore failing the bar exam. So if you fail the bar exam, you're in good company with many governors. So Governor Jerry Brown, so that's another influential California governor. He failed the California bar exam on his first attempt. He ended up passing. He served as the 34th and 39th governor of California. He was also the California Attorney General and the mayor of Oakland. Let's look at a couple more governors. So Deval Patrick is the next one on our list. Now, Deval actually went to Harvard Law School. He failed the bar exam twice and ended up passing on his third attempt. So he later served as governor of Massachusetts for 8 years. And as the first African-American governor in the state of Massachusetts, he's now the managing director of Bain Capital. So that's Deval Patrick for you. Another one, we got Governor Charlie Crist. See if I spelled that right. Yep, here we go. Governor Charlie Crist. So let's tell you about this guy. So Florida Attorney General and then governor, failed his first 2 attempts at the bar exam. Obviously, he's leading a successful life now in public service, so it hasn't held him back. He's currently serving as the U.S. representative from Florida's 13th district, or at least the time we put together our notes. He may not be doing that any longer, but he at least at some point has served as U.S. representative from Florida's 13th district, in addition to being the governor, attorney general. Okay, now we're going to look at a string of mayors. So we looked at 4 or 5 governors. Now we're going to look at mayors. Antonio Villarreal, and I really apologize to him if he's watching this. First off, that's awesome if he's watching this, but I just butchered his last name. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I did my best. So here he is. This guy, currently in office, mayor for LA. So, I mean, we're talking one of the biggest cities in the United States. He is the mayor there. He failed the bar exam 4 times in a row. And he actually never passed it as far as we're aware. He failed 4 times and then just went on to be mayor. So not ever passing the bar exam isn't the end of your illustrious career either. You know, there can be things you can pivot into. And I apologize if he's since passed the bar exam. We just don't have any record of it. We do our best when we put together the information about these people. So anyways, there's Antonio. Let's look at another mayor. This is Mayor Ed Koch. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Or Koch. So he served as a congressman in the House of Representatives, worked as a lawyer and as a political commentator, and as mayor of New York City. So another of the biggest cities in the United States, if not the biggest. He failed the bar exam on his first attempt. He passed on the second. So stick with it. A lot of people fail the first time and pass on the second. You know, it's not very fun, but you're not alone if that's your path. Mayor Richard M. Daly. So we got another mayor here, Richard M. Daly. Mayors and governors galore here. So Richard M. Daly, and he failed the bar exam multiple times. So actually twice. So not like, don't read into that. It wasn't just like multiple, like a million times, just twice. But he still managed to serve as the mayor of Chicago for 6 consecutive terms. So that is pretty awesome. And, you know, I thought we'd left governors behind, but we're going to look at another governor, Governor David Patterson. I don't think he's related to the Patterson that played Superman in the most recent, not Superman, my goodness, Batman. So this is David Patterson. This is the man. And he doesn't look like he's related to the Patterson that played Batman. Anyway, he failed the bar exam. He is the first African-American to serve as governor of New York and the second legally blind man to serve as governor in the U.S. Wow, I did not know that he was legally blind. I guess some of these pictures kind of clue into something going on with his eyes there. All right, let's leave those governors and mayors behind and talk about a few other people. We got Harold Ford Jr. His name sounds super familiar. Ford. Who is this guy? Uh, he wasn't president. He failed the Tennessee bar exam during his campaign for U.S. House of Representatives. Afterwards, he served as representative for 10 years, became an author as well as a financial managing director for Morgan Stanley. So that's a little bit about our friend Harold Ford here. So, U.S. House of Representatives. Another Emily Pataki. So Emily Pataki, and I think this is the right picture of her, along with many other right pictures of her. So, a little bit about her. She was the daughter of former New York Governor George Pataki, so claimed to fame through family a little bit. She failed the bar exam on her first attempt, passed it on her second. Since then, she's had a prosperous career. Working for White and Case as well as for the Bloomberg administration. So she's been around there. Another one, Pat Robinson. So Pat Robinson. Let's see. Is this the right one? No, this is the one. This is the one. All right. So Pat Robinson, super interesting story, actually. He failed the bar exam. And obviously, there's some humiliation, despair that comes with that. That's not very fun. After graduating from Yale Law School. So, yes, you can go to top law schools and fail the bar exam. Smart people do it. It happens. However, he later became a born-again Christian and made a name for himself as a minister and televangelist. So, the founder of CBN, a Christian network, and all over the place if you're into watching TV sermons. So, Pat Robinson, very, very interesting fellow. A couple more. We got Kevin D Callahan. Wow, if I can spell right. There we go. Kevin D Callahan. Who's this? Looking sharp, looking dapper. I think that may not be the right one. I think it's more this guy who's a little bit older. Yeah. So, a little bit about him. He's not crazy famous. Assuming I picked the right picture, I think this is right. The thing that makes him particularly special is he failed the bar exam not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4, not 5, not 6. We're talking 10 times. He finally passed the Massachusetts bar exam on his 11th attempt, and now he runs his own private practice. So this may or may not be him. Anchorage, Alaska. Anyway, one of these people may be Kevin D. Callahan, who failed the bar exam 10 times. Another one, and this one is a similarly crazy story like that. So Paulina Bandy. Here's perfect. This is totally her. Passes the bar exam on her. What? Do you see what it says here on the screen? 14th time. That's crazy. But it's awesome. Now she runs a website dedicated to helping people pass the bar exam. So I don't know of any person who has taken the bar exam and failed it more than she has. So that is kind of interesting. Kudos to her for sticking with it that long. Hi, Kimuro. Who is this person? This is Princess Mako's husband. Now, Princess Mako, she's a Japanese princess. Kai failed the New York bar exam. So no luck there. And he's famous because Princess Mako gave up her royal status and over 100 million yen to marry him. So she married a commoner, and she lost a lot to do that. So that's what made Kai famous. Kai failed the New York bar exam. Uh, Not sure if he passed on his second time or if there was a second time, but he got the sad news only a few days after tying the knot the first time. So that's kind of a downer. You just get married, failed the bar exam. But hey, it happens. All right, another person on our list here. This one is fairly well known. Kim Kardashian. So lots of pictures here of her. Easy to find pictures of her. She's an American media personality, model, businesswoman. She failed the California baby bar exam 3 times. She announced her dream of being a lawyer back in 2019. So it's fairly recent and got a lot of press. She passed the baby bar exam on her 4th attempt in 2021. She wants to follow in the footsteps of her dad. He gained fame as a lawyer in O.J. Simpson's murder trial. She'd like to start a firm with a pro bono focus and employ former inmates. So she's got quite the vision for herself. So that is actually the end of our list of 20 famous or prominent people who have failed the bar exam. And obviously, you know, failing the bar exam happens. We try to avoid it as best we can, especially if you're like running a test prep company like Crushendo, which specializes in audio outlines and audio flashcards to help people, crush exams. But even those using Crushendo can fail sometimes. And yeah, when that happens, you just get up, you dust yourself off. And if it is part of your dream, you just keep pursuing it. And you could fail 14 times like that one lady and still move forward. You got to decide if that's in it for you, if it's what you want to do. And if it is, just keep pushing along. Each time, innovate, try new things, work harder, work smarter. And eventually you're going to pass that exam somewhere and be able to pursue your dream. So thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and share. And yeah, check out all our other videos too. We've got lots of good test prep videos in particular. Thanks. Bye.